When you think of city of LA, you think about vending, you think about the fruit vendor, the hot dog vendor, the tacos. So all of those vendors out there, they're part of the city of LA.
Public Council's been involved in the campaign to legalize and decriminalize street vending for more than a decade. It's an important part of our mission, which is to advance economic, racial, and housing justice. In 2018, we were part of a campaign to legalize vending in California. Through a coalition that we worked in, that was accomplished, but shortly thereafter, the city of LA created its own vending regulations and ordinance.
Street vendors in Los Angeles are fighting for their livelihood. They are suing the city for setting up no vending zones in some pretty popular areas of the city.
That includes the Hollywood Walk of Fame, LA Live, Universal Studios, and more.
All of those are areas of high pedestrian traffic. That's where you have your customers. That's where you have your tourists that are coming. So they were losing money, not being able to vend there. Our attorneys at Public Council came to the coalition space and said, we've been doing a lot of research with other attorneys, and we think we have a good case for suing the city.
We knew that we were on the right. We knew that the city had violated a lot of the rights of the vendors. We knew that the state law, the language of it, and the rights that it gave the vendors, and how it was being manipulated or denied.
So we filed the case, and we found three wonderful organizations that had been part of the effort that Public Council had been leading: Community Power Collective, East LA Community Corporation, and Inclusive Action for the City.
We didn't find that the city had done any type of data, evidence collection, analysis. There was absolutely nothing in the record to justify their no vending zones. Some of it has to do with anti-immigrant sentiments. There's also a lot of favoritism that plays out in terms of favoring brick and mortar businesses over street vendors. And so we have these highly trafficked and frequented areas where they were ticketed, harassed, and it creates a lot of trauma, fear.
En esas áreas, la mayoría de vendedores de 5 tickets a la semana. Era un ticket diario de 250. Yo llegué a acumular más de 120 tickets, que yo podría acordarme. No iba a haber una economía sostenible que pudiera pagar esa deuda.
When we sat down with the city to say, okay, let's organize how we're going to do this, they came to us and they said, well, we don't think we have a case. And they said, we want to settle. We thought that was wonderful. We wanted to settle, but it had to be on our terms.
Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
15 ayes.
Very good. Thank you very much. Item 14 passes.
The City Council's office had decided to go ahead and eliminate a number of the no vending zones, but not on terms that really worked for us.
So what we continued advocating was for the city to repay or reimburse vendors who paid a citation. So we're talking about a massive amount of money, but there's also the collection component of it.
We kept plugging along, and then in the summer of 2024, we reached a settlement through which the city agreed to cancel all the citations that were issued to vendors and to refund vendors who had paid for such citations.
When it finally happened, I just took a sigh of relief. We're like, this is amazing. The work is next to celebrate.
Hollywood street vendors are celebrating after reaching a deal with the city of Los Angeles.
Gracias a todas las organizaciones que se tomaron el tiempo de luchar por esto.
Thank you for all who joined us in this fight.
Es algo muy emocionante porque el hecho de pensar que los vendedores detrás de mí, generaciones después de mí, puedan venir y no tengan que pasar los malos ratos que yo pasé con la ciudad, con la policía, es algo agradable.
It just means a lot to people that you're in their corner, that you stand up for them, that you see them. And I felt very fortunate to play a small role in that and to be able to change our city for the better.